No doubt the pandemic has caused many people to find comfort in unhealthy ways, like binge eating, for example. And our next guest is here to help. Please welcome Dr. Dena Cabrera. She is the Vice President of Clinical Services at Rosewood Centers for Eating Disorders. So great to have you here. Such an important topic. Let's first educate the public. What are the different types of eating disorders?
Thank you, Susan. Eating disorders are a serious medical illness. The most common types of eating disorders are, which many people have heard of, anorexia, bulimia. Some uncommon that may have not been heard of is what we call ARFID. It's avoidant food restrictive disorder, where kids or even adults may be very picky eaters, but it's turned to a point where they're struggling with malnourishment. There's binge eating disorder. And then there's another type, which we shorten for, called OSFID, which is all those different types of behaviors that might not have a specific category.
Yeah, and I know that this is such a big topic for parents and loved ones to get going. How do we start that conversation? Because there's a lot of myths surrounding eating disorders.
And that's the first thing that I would support and encourage parents is to get educated, understand that eating disorders are not a lifestyle choice. They're not about attention or just dieting gone bad, and they do not discriminate. You can't look at someone and just see that they have an eating disorder. They don't discriminate by gender, body shape, age, race, or socioeconomic status. So listening, really not judging or blaming, but hearing that what maybe the struggles will be, and also understanding that you might see mood changes first. You might see, excuses about eating or overeating. And so those are some issues that you might see first, and then how to go about would be listening, asking the questions of how you can support them, and then also finding some help with some really specialists in the area.
Yes, and Rosewood Centers, you offer a variety of treatment types.
We do. We offer from the highest level of care, meaning inpatient or residential, to the lowest level of care, which is intensive outpatient services. And what that means is given the severity of the disorder, you may meet criteria for specific level of care, needing particular types of support and structure. And so what that does is help patients from a multidisciplinary standpoint, utilizing a nutritionist, a therapist, psychiatrist, and a medical doctor to treat this complex disorder from all different angles.
This is a crisis, isn't it, in our country?
Absolutely. And we're seeing lots of families and parents and individuals call in needing help. And I'm here to say that help is available, and it's important to get educated yourself, but also to seek support, because this is a complex medical and biological illness.
Yeah, and it covers so many different age ranges. We're not just talking about teenagers. There are adults who are struggling as well.
Absolutely. People are struggling. And that's the hard thing, because you can't see it from the outside oftentimes. It's a very secretive disorder. There's a lot of shame and stigma attached to it. And so that's something to really recognize that, eating disorders don't look a certain way. It's something that they really suffer with internally. And so being open to hearing about the struggle is most important, and seeking help. Rosewood treats all different types of eating disorders and all people from different walks of life. And we're really there to be of support and mostly to help find recovery.
Yeah, meeting people where they're at. Dr. Cabrera,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for the incredible work that you guys are doing. Of course, and we want to give you some information. Rosewood Centers for Eating Disorders, a Monte Nido affiliate, has 2 locations, Wickenburg and Tempe. The phone number to call, 800-845-2211. You can also visit the website, rosewoodranch.com.